everyone, welcome back. It's really early. I think it's about 9 in the morning. Well, I mean, some people that's not that early. I can't sleep after like 8:30 anyway, but I do feel a bit tired. But I did go to bed quite late last night. I thought in this video we can do a bit of a story time. It's not anything really important or anything like that, or fun or anything. I just wanted to let you guys know that if for some reason you think, oh, she hasn't done a video for a good few days, or it is actually because I'm not well. I'm having loads of tests done and waiting for hospital appointments, so I thought I'd do a bit of a story time of what's going on, just so you guys are aware. I don't want you to think she's disappeared from YouTube for like days on end, and you know, she used to upload loads, now she's not. I don't want you guys to wonder what's going on and think I'm just can't be bothered anymore. I'd rather you guys know. So we're gonna get into the story, so stay tuned. Okay, so let's just get into something that I noticed that happened. So I'm just watching my dog in the garden. 2 years ago, it was winter time, and me and my partner, we were at his mum's. She only lives down the road. She doesn't live very far from us. Anyway, that day or evening, I was having a bath. And I washed my hair in the bath, which quite a lot of the time I do. And I noticed that when I was washing my hair, my right temple, was really sensitive to touch. Like, only my temple. Everywhere else was fine. My head was fine. My face was fine. It was just my temple. Like, so when I'm washing my hair, it felt like I was kind of touching the nerve. So it wasn't like, oh my god, I'm crying, it's, you know, absolute agony. It was a very strange sensation. Like my nerve was kind of really active. So I carried on washing it, and I thought maybe I've washed my hair too hard and I've aggravated the nerve. So I washed my hair, got out, got dried, and I was brushing my hair, and as I was brushing my hair downwards, obviously the brush was going over my temple, which was, again, it was feeling like my nerve was really aggravated, and I could feel it, and it was weird. It was a really weird sensation. So I thought, right, okay, it's most probably some really weird headache. So me being me, I googled it. I don't really read, I only usually try to read the NHS site. There wasn't a lot of information on there apart from tension headaches. So I had a look to see if that's what I had. And it does say you can get pain in your temple and things like that. So I thought, oh, it must be a tension headache, I'll be fine tomorrow. Woke up the next day and it was exactly the same. So just doing that and putting my hair behind my ears, so on my temple, and doing that, again, it was still there the next day. I couldn't put my hair behind my ears. Behind my ear, my face, my ear, my head, everything was fine. Just my temple. So as my hand was gliding slowly over my temple, it was like I was touching the nerve. So it wasn't painful. It was like the nerve was just more exposed, and I could feel it. But that was the only place where I could feel it. It was a very weird sensation. So that's when I started to get quite concerned, because I was taking ibuprofen and paracetamol, thinking that, you know, if there's any swelling there, ibuprofen would take it down. If there is any pain there, not that I was in pain, I was absolutely fine. It didn't hurt at all. It was just it's like I was touching my nerve, but it wasn't painful. So I took paracetamol. Neither did anything. Didn't work at all. So I ended up having to put a beanie on, like a beanie hat, to stop me accidentally touching my temple. So that was 2 days. Well, kind of 2 days. I mean, when I noticed it, it was the night before, and then I woke up and it was still there. So on the evening, we went to my partner's mum's for for an hour, and I started to get really, really, really worried and concerned. I felt myself to start panicking because it was still there, and I did start to overthink it. You know, it's your head. When you physically can't touch your temple or the skin because it feels weird and it feels too sensitive, like there's something going on inside your temple, it's your head, you know, your brain's there. You're gonna panic. I left it for me, that's quite good. I did try not to panic, tried to take tablets, tried to see if it went, nothing worked. So I ended up ringing 111. They were asking me all sorts of questions like, is your chest hot? And I was absolutely fine. There was nothing wrong with me apart from the temple. And I mean, I felt fine. I just couldn't touch that. And I think they thought that maybe it was some sort of aneurysm or something. They kept saying that they needed to send an ambulance out. I told them I don't need an ambulance. I'm fine. I just wanted to go to my local hospital. So where I live, I have 2 hospitals. I have a main hospital, which is for everything, but it probably takes about 25 minutes to drive there. Now I've got a closer hospital to where I live, but and it takes 1 minute to drive there, but it's mainly A&E, but mainly for like sprains. They do cuts, x-rays, and that's all they do. But they have got a doctor section there, so I was hoping that the lady on the phone that I was speaking to on 111 would just say, right, I'll book you an appointment at your local hospital instead of you having to drive nearly half an hour to the main one just so you can see a doctor. But no, she wasn't having none of it. She was like, we need to send an ambulance. And I was like, you can, but I'm going to be wasting their time. She sent one, they came. I got in the ambulance. I didn't want them to come into the house, just because we had our dog there and things like that. Not that there's anything wrong with my dog, he loves people, but he wouldn't have left them alone. He would have just wanted cuddles. So I went outside, got in the ambulance. They asked me loads of questions. I knew everything, like what day it was, what time it was, how old am I, my full name, all that sort of stuff. And I tried explaining what I could feel in my head. They didn't have a clue. And they said, we can take you to the main hospital to have a scan, like an MRI, just to make sure everything's all right. But you're going to be waiting there for about 7 hours before you're seen. I'm not sitting in A&E for 7 hours. No, I couldn't do it. I suffer with anxiety as it is, and sitting somewhere waiting for 7 hours, somewhere where I don't really want to be, it would have frightened me. So I didn't go. They gave me a piece of paper and said that I'll get a phone call tomorrow, which I did. So the next day, it was kind of still there, but not as bad. It was like it was going. And I was I have 2 towns by me. I have a tiny little small village town kind of thing, and then a main town, a big town that we have to travel to, which takes about 20 minutes to get there. So I'd had this phone call. I was in town with my sister-in-law. We were shopping at Lush, and I had this phone call, and this doctor asked me questions, and she said, right, what it sounds like is you're suffering from something called trigeminal neuralgia. I have no idea if I've said that right. Couldn't tell you. I haven't got a clue. Bear with me, there's someone at the door. Sorry guys, my hand dolly has just arrived. Yay. Oh right, I have to remember where I was now. So she said to me it sounds like it's something called trigeminal neuralgia. Never heard of it. And she said it's where you have 3 branches in your temple either side. So you have 3 branches like this that sit like that. One can run down to your jaw, one down to your cheek, and one around your eye. Sometimes they can get inflamed. So sometimes the nerve that's in your temple can touch your artery, and it can cause like this weird sort of sensation where everything's very sensitive around that area. but apparently you will always get facial pain. I didn't know this at the time. You'll always get facial pain because those branches run down your face. So the 3 nerves, one down your jaw, one into your cheek, and one into your eye, if I remember rightly. Don't quote me on that though. So she said that that's what it sounds like. She said it sounds like trigeminal neuralgia. I thought, right, okay. Oh my God, there's something seriously wrong. It's in my head. And she was telling me to calm down, so I was panicking, proper panic mode. And she said, it's not dangerous whatsoever. The only thing it does, it's a nuisance. She said, it's a nuisance and it can be painful. She said, but it's not dangerous. It can't cause any issues, which I thought, right, I can live with that as long as I know I'm not going to die. I do have a fear of death and a fear of getting ill and dying. Sorry. So ever since I was younger, my mum was really ill. She had COPD. I'm not going to get into anything about my mum, but she died a few years ago. She was 59. So ever since I was younger, seeing my mum ill and in and out of hospital, it's made me have anxiety of getting sick and dying. So this is why quite a lot of the time, the slightest thing that's wrong with me, I think, oh my God, I'm really, really ill. Yeah, so I don't want to get into my mum or anything like that, because it's, even though it's a few years ago, I'm an emotional person as well. I don't handle things very easily. I get very emotional about things. So that's that. Anyway, the doctor then said to me, we can give you these tablets, which are special tablets. They affect like the nerve. I think they're more like a block, like a nerve block. So you physically, whoa, I just looked at my lamp right in the light bulb, lights in my eyes. Yeah, she said that, so it's like kind of like a nerve block. She said you won't feel anything then. And I was like, oh, perfect. Got them, and I was reading the leaflet, and it says that it's actually quite dangerous to take these tablets if you haven't got trigeminal neuralgia. And I thought, oh my God, I haven't even had any like tests or anything done to see if I have really got it, so I'm not taking those tablets. Anyway, fast forward a year, I was absolutely fine for a year, and then I ended up getting it on this side quite bad. This time when it was happening, I actually went to the doctors. The reason why I didn't go to the doctors the first time was because it was over the weekend and it was on the evening. So the only place that was open was a hospital or a 111. But this time when it happened a year later on this side, I did go to my local GP, and I seen a nurse practitioner. They're the only ones that could see me. And he started touching at the back of my head, moved all the way forward, and he was pushing quite hard on there, and it was like my nerve can feel him pushing, and it was like get off me kind of thing, really aggravated it. So he said to me, yep, sounds like you've got trigeminal neuralgia. Anyway, I started to get frustrated because I thought, what do you mean it sounds like I have it? Have I been diagnosed with this? Or have I not? You know, you can't just keep telling me it sounds like you have it. I need to know, because I need to find out what the underlying cause is to get it fixed. Anyway, I went away. Again, he was like, it's not going to kill you, you're going to be absolutely fine, it's just going to be painful for a bit. So that was that. This one lasted until the next day, so it was only short. And then the last one that I had was a few days ago, but this was really weird. It was like twitching in my temple. It's like the nerve was doing that, like twitching, just twitching. There was no pain, I could touch it, you know, wasn't aggravating it, I could touch my temple. So it was different this time, and I thought, okay, that's really, really, really weird. So I went to the doctors. Again, I had to go to the doctors anyway because I had to have some blood tests. So let's pause that bit for a second. I had blood tests last month. My white blood cell count was either 1 or 2. So if it's supposed to be 1, then it was 2. If it's supposed to be 2, then my blood cell count was 1. I can't remember which way around it goes, but it was 1 difference, 1 number difference. So if you know that, leave a comment. I can't remember. So I did ask the doctor, well, what does that mean? And he said you've got different white blood cells that do different things. The white blood cell that was either 1 or 2, for me, he said was abnormal, only very, very slightly, he said, and they are the allergen type, so he thinks that I had an allergic reaction to something. Didn't have a clue what, couldn't tell you. And to come back in a month to see if they've changed again, which is what I had done the other day. So when I went to the doctor about this a few days ago, she was touching it, absolutely fine, wasn't painful, and she actually said to me, which I didn't realise, you have a muscle that runs through your temple down to your jaw, which I didn't know. She said it sounds like I'm having muscle twitches, like muscle spasms. You can get that from clenching your teeth and grinding them at night. I do really weird stuff at night when I'm anxious and panicking or I'm stressed out. It doesn't happen very often, but the slightest thing that stresses me out, it will cause me to have do weird stuff. Like I will wake up in the night and I picked up my t-shirt, sat up in bed and I picked up my t-shirt that was on the floor and I was going, what's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? Holding my t-shirt. I do wake myself up doing it. Really weird. Last night or the night before I woke up and I was trying to wake my partner up and I was going, the door's open, the door's open, the door's open, there's a bridge on the door, there's a bridge on the door. I don't know why I do it. I know it's your brain is just in overdrive, it's trying to process everything that you're worrying about and it can't do that, so it tries to do it when you're asleep and you reenact it. I used to sleepwalk. I haven't done that for a while. Sometimes I sit on the floor in my sleep, but I do wake myself up. But this isn't very often, but because of what's been going on and I've been worrying about my head and health-wise, I think that's why I've been doing weird stuff again in my sleep. Yeah, so she said that you can get that from grinding your teeth and things like that, which is what I do. She said she's pretty sure this isn't trigeminal neuralgia, which I was so sorry. Oh, yeah, she's pretty sure this isn't trigeminal neuralgia because with trigeminal neuralgia you always get pain and you always get it in your face, and apparently it is excruciating. Apparently it's worse than childbirth. It's one of the most painful conditions known to man. So I don't actually reckon I ever had trigeminal neuralgia. Even 2 years ago, I don't reckon I had it because it would always radiate into your face and I never get pain in my face. So I think I have got TMJ. I have got that. I'm seeing my dentist this month and maybe to get a mouth guard fitted, and I have got a missing line jaw. So you might notice sometimes I talk sideways and my mouth's always on one angle. So I don't reckon I ever had it 2 years ago. I reckon I was just grinding my teeth that much that the muscle was just really, really, really angry with me. So that is why I've been a little bit, not uploading as much. Like the other day, I don't think I did a video for 4 days, and that's not really like me. Even if it's just I haven't really got much content to do, and I just think, well, I'll just do some nails for you guys. I will do that, but the last couple of days I haven't been able to because I've been feeling really, really, really unwell, like headaches every single day. I think they're tension headaches. I feel fine now, and I think also what's happening is my pillow. I have an Emma mattress with an Emma. We got the Emma pillows as well, and I think that they're causing a lot of tension at the back of my head. So my headaches radiate at the top and they go to the back. and like round here, not like on my forehead, but at the top of my forehead. I think they're tension headaches. So it's not like throbbing, it's just more like a horrible dull ache. Yeah, so I've been really worrying about a lot of things. My blood test came back though. I did ring them yesterday and they said all normal, no action. So that's brilliant. As I said on my last video or 2 videos ago, I can't remember, I have a rash. And I am actually allergic to Dove. Well, you know, the Dove bars of soap. I used to use those years ago and I would come out with red, blotchy, itchy skin. And I thought, right, okay, so I'm allergic to that, so I chucked it away. And now I've got some, of the last couple of weeks, I've had some shampoo and conditioner, Dove shampoo and conditioner. I was using that and then I got a rash. So I thought maybe it was that, and I stopped using it. And the rash went. And then I used it when I stripped my hair. And the rash came back. So the doctor actually has given me some steroid cream to put on twice a day on my face, pardon me. Yeah, so yeah, that's what's been going on with me. I'm absolutely fine, you know, there's nothing seriously wrong with me, which is, sometimes I need reassurance from a professional to tell me, look, you're not dying, you're not seriously ill, you've just got stuff going on in your temple, but it's not dangerous, it's not going to affect you, it's just a bit painful, that's all, and it's, you know, most likely from your jaw. So yeah, when somebody tells me that, like a professional, I'm absolutely fine. I'm like, yes, I can live with trigeminal neuralgia, of course I can. But I don't think it's that anyway. So I'm waiting to see a neurologist. No doubt I'll have to have an MRI just to make sure I haven't got trigeminal neuralgia. Yeah, that's what's been going on. And I have got to have a throat scan as well on my thyroid. So when I went to the doctors last month to have some bloods, a full blood count, and that's when they found out that my white blood cells were not right. My throat was really swollen on one side, and he checked it and he said that it is very swollen on this side. I'm going to send you for like an ultrasound. I think that's what it is. I think it's the same thing, an ultrasound. So I'm still waiting for my letter. I mean, obviously with COVID, everything is backed up, so I'm still waiting for that. I mean, I'm not concerned because all my blood tests, I had a full blood count and a white blood count, that they're all fine. I do have a goiter that pops out every now and then in my throat. It's like this little lump, and sometimes it just pops out and it can be quite difficult, not difficult to swallow, but it gets in the way when I'm swallowing. But he isn't sure if that is a goiter or not. So I'm waiting for a scan, but I'm not concerned about that because all my blood tests have been fine. I've had full blood count done twice in the last 4 weeks, as well as a white blood cell count done twice in the last 4 weeks. Obviously the first one was abnormal, but the second one's fine. So I have got a few things going on. You have to tell me, guys, if you like my story times. I will try and do more. I know this isn't a very upbeat story time, but I really wanted to be honest with, you know, my subscribers and my viewers. I wanted to be honest to let you guys know exactly what's going on. I don't want you to think, like I said, oh well, she hasn't been on, you know, she hasn't done a video for 4 or 5 days. You know, she's not bothered anymore. Just, if I don't, then know that this is probably why, because I've got, you know, this is probably playing up or something like that. It's really hard to concentrate when this is playing up, even though it doesn't hurt. You can feel it twitching and moving, and it's not nice. Yeah, you can feel it twitching and moving about. It's so weird, but like I said, it's not painful. It's a really, really, really weird sensation. It's like, you know, when you have, like, they're giving you an injection, like they're actually giving you an injection, and you can feel the liquid moving up your arm. That's what it feels like, but it only stays in the temple. It doesn't go anywhere else, just in the temple, like something's moving. It's weird. It's so weird. It's so strange. Yeah, so if you'd like my story times, I can try and do more. I can think of stuff, I'm sure. I do have another one. Tell me if you guys want to know about my other one. So I'll give you a quick glimpse, and if you want me to go into or do a video about it, then I will. So let me know in the comments below. So two of them. I have endometriosis, and I had appendicitis. Misdiagnosed for both. My appendicitis ruptured because they misdiagnosed me. So if you want to know about the story times of how I got diagnosed with those and what was the process and things like that of endometriosis and finding out I had, what's it called? Appendicitis, then let me know and I will do a video on both of those. There is going to be another video today, because I think my hand dolly has just arrived. I think that's what it is. It might not be because I am waiting for something else. But it does say signed for, and the other thing that I'm waiting for isn't signed for. So yeah, not really much else to say. But if you want to hear about other things, just let me know. Leave a comment, and I will do videos on them. But the next video today will be the hand dolly, which I can't wait to open. I am eyeing it up. It's still all wrapped up. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.